out. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Right 50. Protein spill.
Let's get off the field, D.
Get it.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. Pass caught by A.J. Brown, and that's his first NFL catch. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on second and 14. Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Fournette, a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Throwing on second down. Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So third and long, here's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
34 yards there and a first down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. Got a man. It's Brown. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 10 Lobo.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 31, check 31. Kill, 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 kill. Watch the air. Watch the twist. Watch the...
Topper. Hey, orbit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 4th down, Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs. Watch the glass. Watch the glass.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Bofo's and Mike. Mike's Bofo.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wentz now to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over. Elliott
good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pull it high. Stop here, D. Bang, 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 bang. Shift. Kill. My
Smith.
My 54.
Tonight,
Slam.
you draw quarters. Shoot.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set 50, play.
Back to pass. Check your hot read. Kill. Turn.
Ready to go.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, let go.
Minshew throwing on third down. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 21 yards there on third down.
Come on, set.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A pass complete here to Conley. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
My 50.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, high 7. Rock it. Hit it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew caught here by Conley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give them a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bravo! Hey!
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 13. Coming in.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Going deep here for Stills. He's got it at the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Sunday.
Here I come again.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, kill. Hey, echo. There we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Straight 15, straight 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 56 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hard, hard. And shoot.
Throwing on second and 3. Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third and short. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Yes, yes. Hey, Alpha. Like, go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Damiere Byrd, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
Under pressure, they got him again. Duke Riley, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew, this one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop his shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up. Looked like he's going to drop the hammer.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. A.J. Brown, 58 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of the team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. From the 30 on second down, Wentz. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you. I got you. What?
Yo, go, go.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And some room to roam now. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now!
47's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 47.
Yo, faster. Get it.
Now Minshew. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Come.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch QB.
Ready.
On second down, Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz going to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And Stills bringing it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Leo!
Check. Hey, watch it.
General West! Deep grip!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, zoom! Yep.
motion man. Me. I got this.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The tackle made by Rodney McLeod. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
47.
Look at me. Zipper. Yo. Go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot.
Hey.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice it says, let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Watch the slant.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. On 1st down, Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill!
80 weapon. Hey, Sam off.
Watch 24.
Go.
Move.
Bravo.
Mike 27.
Hit it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And able to find Conley. They called his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Pull it high. Hey. Go.
Deuce.
1st and 10 at the
Mike
47-yard
27.
line.
Rock it.
Pull it together. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. His throw incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's coming in motion. Hey.
Hey, wahoo. Go. Now. Buzz.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Hey, lock it. Yep.
Stay at home.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
4-7's the mic. 4-7.
Hey. Ready.
On 4th down, Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
X3, 218, chopper.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Switch.
Gone.
Check 99.
Hey, Alpha. Yes.
Mike.
Shoot.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment.